This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 17. And it reads, All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakah, Kodash, Brakatham. Double honor shall go to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, who continue to teach and to rule well. Shalom to the Akims of Great Millstone and like-minded camps and individuals who continue to teach as one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways, risking their lives for the greater good. And also shalom to the sincere Akwats, who are continuously learning in silence, as the Holy Scriptures have commanded for you to do so. This is Azariah Gabar, representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. Yes, so this video today that's sanctioned will concentrate on nations being nothing, less than nothing, actually. So, do you know what this means? To you individuals who are not in the know, that should be in the know, that Israel is in a very, very high position according to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. All right? We are on the top pedestal above all other nations of the earth. So when we go to Deuteronomy 32 and 9, it reads, For the Lord's portion is his people, Jacob. All right, his people. That's a possessive statement. Jacob, Yasharallah, is the lot of his inheritance. Verse 10, he found him in the desert land and in the waste howling wilderness. He led him about, he instructed him, he kept him as an apple of his eye. Okay? So we're the apple of his eye. Not just any old nation has that distinct title, but Yasharallah. Okay? And to further prove my point, we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, and it reads, For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy Yahweh. The Lord thy Yahweh had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You heard? So, who is this really referring to? All right, so it's been established that it's Yasharallah, yes. But who in Yasharallah, in this nation of Yasharallah that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is referring to? Because this was a future scripture involving the elect, 1/3 of Yasharallah, the 144,000 men, and the remnant of the men, children, women, and children, Salakia. That's going to be part of that 1/3 remnant. And then, of course, once the kingdom of Jacob is established, then the 2/3 that will be destroyed on this side, they're going to come back in the kingdom through childbirth, and they're going to make up the rest of the nation of Israel. According to the book of Romans 11 and 26, that all of Israel shall be saved. Okay? So this, believe me, this should supersede any material wealth and possessions that you have right now. Okay? Knowing that this is going to come to pass very, very soon. And to further back this up, when we go to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 7, and it reads, "The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you, because ye were more in the number than any people, but ye were the fewest of all people." Wow. And double wow. Okay? Now, if this doesn't set off the alarm bells in your thick skulls 2/3, then nothing will. Because think about it. We got billions and billions of occupants of this earth right now. And out of the billions of people, you're talking about only 1/3 of that number that's going to be saved, that's been chosen to see salvation. I mean, my math was never the greatest, but even I know that that's a very small number of the world's population that's going to be saved. Because according to Psalms 135 and 4, it reads, "For the Lord had chosen Jacob." Here we go again. He chose Jacob, Yasharallah, unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure. All right? So we're the peculiar ones, according to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'asham Kodash Brakatam. We are a peculiar people. And again, this is really referencing the 1/3 who I am hoping to be a part of, that 1/3 remnants of Yasharallah. And in the meantime, you got the Amaleks. They're swearing up and down that they're the true chosen. They're swearing up and down, left and right. But guess what the book of Numbers, chapter 24 and 20 says? To rebuke that false narrative. And it reads, "And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but the latter end shall be that he perish forever." All right, so pick sense out of nonsense. Like my mother used to tell me when I was a little child growing up. Okay, pick sense out of nonsense. So if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai proclaimed back in Psalms 135 verse 4 saying, "For the Lord had chosen Jacob unto himself and Israel for his peculiar treasure," why would he then turn around and say Amalek would be that peculiar treasure, when in fact he said Amalek will perish forever? Okay? So you're probably like, okay, well, who is the he that's referenced into Numbers 24 and 20? Who is this he that spoke this parable All right, so that would be Balaam. Okay, that would be Balaam. Now, Balaam in the scriptures was portrayed as a Gentile, a non-Israelite, but he was used by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to send that message. All right, because King Balak of Moab, Salakia, attempted to use Balaam to curse Israel, but instead, Balaam turned the tables and he blessed Israelites by speaking for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? So that's who he is in that scripture of Numbers 24 and 20. He spoke that parable against Amalek, the JOOs. Okay? So we must understand, and I've said this before, and accept who we are if it is in the cards from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'asham Kodash Brakatam. Okay? So I am truly grateful that, I was called into this ministry, because remember, the scripture says many are called, but few are chosen. You heard? So I want to be that few that is chosen, Lord willing. So that's going to be my lesson for today. Hopefully it was edifying to those who listen, and it's in the cards to learn. All right? So until the next time, all praises, honor, and glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Makah, Kodash, Brakatam, Kwam Yasharala, Rise Israel. On to the next one. Shalom.